There once lived a water bearer who had 2 large pots. He carried water to his home from a well, which was a long distance away from home. But there was a problem. He hung the pots from both sides of a stick which he carried behind his neck, but one of the pots had a crack in it. So one day, as John rests at the well, it speaks to him. It said,
"I am ashamed of myself and I want to apologize to you. I have only been able to deliver half of my load because this crack on my side causes water to leak all the way back to the house. Because of my flaws, you have had to do all this work without getting the full value of your efforts."
John smiled and replied,
Have you not noticed that there are beautifully flourished flowers on your side of the path that we take and not on the side of the other pot? That is because I have always known about your flaws, and I planted flower seeds on your side, and every day for all these years you've watered them. I have been able to pick these beautiful flowers to decorate my home. So without you being just the way you are, there wouldn't be such beauty to grace my home.
To HumanBeingSoulForever, Aquarius. This is your April 2018 reading, and let's jump right into it. So first off, the bottom of the deck card is the King of Pentacles, and the energy I picked up from this card is definitely you, Aquarius, trying to get into a very stable place in your life. You're trying to build some stability that you feel as though you may be lacking. This also can indicate an earth sign that is playing a very significant role in your life. So that could be a Taurus, a Virgo, or a Capricorn. And yeah, they're significant in some way in your life. And looking at the spread in front of me, the first card was the Ace of Pentacles. And for me, the feeling I got from this card was an offer that was given to you, or that you possibly can even have given to somebody else. But after this Ace of Pentacles card comes the Nine of Swords, which indicated to me that this offer was possibly declined. And like I said, whether it was you doing the declining or the earth sign that was, it left you either way in a very miserable state and very stuck and blocked in your head. And for me, I possibly feel as though this could have came from this state of you being and feeling unstable, because the Ace of Pentacles is very much so an offer of much stability. And for me, this is kind of gearing towards a relationship with an earth sign. So maybe this earth sign was bringing you much stability into your life and was trying to possibly commit to you in a more stable way, or just in general was showing you a sense of stability that, like I said, you just didn't feel confident in taking on. So I think that's why it was painful for you either way, because it was either something that was declined when you gave an offer because you weren't stable, or you declined because you didn't feel stable and you didn't want to take on a task and fail and give up and not step up to the plate with somebody else. Kind of getting the feeling that you didn't feel like you deserved it. But with this Eight of Cups card, this indicates to me that this can also indicate you leaving the offer behind. And this is what kind of gravitated me towards more so of a relationship situation. But this also can mean you just trying to walk away from the emotional instability and the emotional unfulfillment that you felt from being in such misery and pain about this offer. Like I said, you or either the other person declined. And the positive take on this Eight of Cups is that you have the Page of Pentacles that comes after. So this is definitely you taking a step in the right direction, trying to start a new fresh start. And it being a Page of Pentacles card, the Pentacles definitely indicates yet again that stability. So this is you trying to build upon that stability that you felt as though you lacked. And that's a great thing, because we are able to really attract what we are and what we're going towards when we are in those energies. So if you realized how unstable you were in some way, shape, or form, you now trying to work towards gaining that stability will then allow things to attract into your life that will complement that. And that's a very good thing, you know. And then thereafter we have the Two of Swords, which to me indicated someone who is definitely in their head. As you can see, this woman, she has a blindfold on, and she has two swords. She's just sitting very still. To me, this is a good card. To me, it indicates in the situation you choosing to get into this meditative state and really think about your thoughts and think about some things that are going on in your life, so you can kind of gain more mental stability. And this is a much better card than the Nine of Wands, or the Nine of Swords, excuse me, because it's much less swords, and it's coming from this place of misery and just mental despair to a little less back and forth and just pain, and more so you just having to decide what is the best option for you. And for this, after comes the Six of Wands, which to me indicates, well, traditionally the Six of Wands card indicates someone who is getting praise and recognition for their works and their achievements, as you can see by the people below the horse, and it's kind of giving praise to the person on the horse. But for me, this indicates for you guys that this meditative state that you're going into is going to allow you to come out and be able to make and be much more confident in the decision and the options that you have. I feel as though you went into this meditative state because with this Nine of Swords, all the options that were in your life at that moment just led you to more misery and more pain. And as they added up more and more, it got closer and closer to your head, and all you need is one more sword to kind of, you know, kill you off in a sense, with just symbolically, mentally, and emotionally. But with this indicates that you'll be able to come out of this meditative state with a little more excitement, a little more understanding of the options that you do have. And that's a good thing, because each of these options, unlike the Nine of Swords cards options, will lead you into a place of more love, more abundance, more passion, and more respect. So it's a good turn, it's a good take that you've taken out to really focus on yourself and understand what you're going through mentally first. And thereafter we have the Six of Cups card, which to me indicates that too, after coming out of this meditative state, you'll be able much more emotionally open to things in your life and to people in your life. Also indicates a little more emotional fulfillment, unlike this Eight of Cups card, where the Eight of Cups, I mean, is in turn definitely someone working towards more emotional fulfillment. But with the Six of Cups card, is someone who can openly give. As you can see, this young man is giving to the girl. Someone who can openly give their love, give their emotions too, because they are able to, they're just in a much better emotional space. With this Eight of Cups card, it's good because you're leaving things that aren't fulfilling to you, but the downfall is that you have to leave something behind, and you're not content and happy and fulfilled with what you have, and you're on a search for something more fulfilling. So with this also, it plays on the fact of nostalgia and possibly giving back to someone in your past. So this could be you reconnecting with people who you kind of weren't in as much contact with while you were in this meditative state, or even possibly that earth sign that was involved with this offer of some sort. Possibly some reconciliation, some communication, just a better emotional space that you're in and able to be with them in it with. So that's definitely a good thing as well. And ending it off with the Three of Wands, which I feel as though is a play on this Six of Wands card, where it's you narrowing down even more of your options. And even though these are good options, you leaving with three good options, or just less options in general, to know where exactly you're heading now, and having a much better, clear perspective on what can give you more fulfillment and satisfaction, and what you truly do care about. With this Three of Wands card, it also indicates this man is on this cliff looking outward into the sea for some boats that are out there to come to shore. And for me, that indicates you being yet again open to options coming back into your life. So this Ace of Pentacles that was declined in the past can then be able to come back into your life, but this time be received well, because you know what you want, and you're a little more clear about how you feel. So to me, this offer that is going to come in this time is going to be an offer of mental stability, an offer of emotional stability, and an offer of financial stability as well. So that's very positive as well. Alright, so with that being said, we'll pull a few nature nurture cards to get a little more insight and some guidance for you. Alright, so first card out was Elephant, Gratitude. Got Phoenix, Right. And we got Buffalo, Abundance. Alright, so starting with Elephant, Gratitude, let's see what the message is for that. Alright, so for Elephant Gratitude, we got to give thanks, recognition, and acknowledgement. If you have drawn this elephant today, you are being asked to express appreciation or give thanks to any given situation, thing, person, or persons, including yourself, for its active and former presence in your life. You can even express gratitude for the things that have not yet arrived. Pulling this card can alternatively mean expressing gratitude in a form of service. If you are feeling called to get outside of your own bubble and see the world from a higher perspective, then being of service can assist you. Whether you volunteer locally, help a friend, or organization, it doesn't matter, as long as you feel the spirit of humble thankfulness while doing so. So yeah, so what this gratitude card indicates to me is definitely you, first and foremost, being grateful for the situation that you've gone through and that you're going through. I know it's a very painful one, especially indicated by that Nine of Swords card, but the pain is what caused you to have to go a little more inward and get into that meditative state to really figure out what you're thinking and why you're thinking it and how you're feeling, and to come out of it with better options to move forward with. And you should thank yourself for that. You should thank yourself for choosing the right direction to not take that offer that you knew you wasn't ready for, and that you knew you couldn't be a healthy person in. But also, you know, thank the other people in your life that are involved, the people who possibly helped you through this time. That person who was there, that earth sign who, you know, it does seem as though that you honor a whole lot. And this could be just, doesn't necessarily have to be an earth sign. It's just someone with that energy, someone with that stable presence that it provided in your life. So, you know, giving thanks to that person, if you haven't already, and just being grateful and hopeful for the things that are to come. As I said, also giving thanks for the things that are to come. Because when you do that, you're giving faith, you're giving belief that things are actually coming in line and will come into your life, the things that you do want. So definitely practice all those things in order for you to really set out on this new path in the right way. All right, next up we got Right, Phoenix. Alrighty. So we got initiation, ritual, rite of passage, a mile maker, or significant event in one's personal history. By definition, a rite of passage is a ceremony or event marking an important stage in someone's life, especially birth, puberty, marriage, and death. Drawing this card can indicate an important turning point in one's life, a passing of certain spiritual tests and achievements. If you are inquiring about a situation or relationship, the Phoenix is not able to be taken, should not be taken lightly. You will be transformed. always for the highest, but the journey may not always be easiest. Stay true to your heart during this time. Oh yeah, so definitely a lot of what we talked about, that rite of passage is speaking to this time that you were going through to be a difficult one, and one that you really felt down and out and pretty lost in. But the beautiful part about it is that you will certainly come out of it a little more confident, a lot more confident, and much more happy and content with your life and yourself because of it. And yeah, it said it simply wasn't an easy situation, and it could have very much so just been a spiritual test, a life test to you, to really cause you to upgrade in life and really look from a higher perspective, and really look from a situation that you feel as though you weren't seeing before, and that's clearly about. So you're gonna really be an abundant person after this, and that's really what you're seeking. And leading into the next card is Buffalo Abundance. So let's see the message for that. All right. Generosity, supply, resources, and gifts. Drawing this card can bring relief if you have been experiencing a hard loss or a time of lack, as it signifies that you will be taken care of and your needs will be met soon. Give thanks as it is on its way to you now. If you have been doubting that your needs will be met, then this may be a time to work on shifting any beliefs that may be sabotaging your abundance, and start expressing gratitude for the overflowing resources available to you. If you are inquiring about a relationship, work opportunity, or endeavor, drawing this card is an indicator that you have hit the jackpot for the grand prize. This is a very good sign. So that's what I'm saying, man. With this Three of Wands card, as I stated, it was something much more fulfilling and abundant coming into your life. And this is exactly what this indicates, is that if you have any doubts and any fears that are making you doubt what is coming in, you know, deal with those and handle those properly, because you don't want to sabotage anything that really is coming in that's good in your life. And you are so due for that. And I remember in one of your past readings, I think for February, it was about, I know in the title too, was about staying true to yourself. And so this is a situation that you've been going through for quite some time, and very much so possibly with the same person, or you just dealing with the same emotions and confusion. So this is definitely a time that's finally showing you coming to a clearer perspective, a clearer mind, a clearer heart, and really being able to make better decisions and bring in things that are most satisfying for you. So you should definitely applaud yourself, because abundance is on its way, and remain humble and remain grateful for it as it starts flowing in, because it's coming. Okay, so one more little spiritual guidance. I'll pull an angel card and see what message we can get with that. Let's see. Responsibility. Okay. So responsibility to me indicates that, you know, this whole time it was your responsibility to really become conscious of the things and the feelings and the thoughts that were keeping you back from success. And it was no one else's really due diligence to show you and prove to you your worth, your pain, and anything that you were lacking to see when you were in this more heart and mentally hard place. And part of this was you taking responsibility, as I said, of declining that offer and not really stepping into something that you knew you weren't ready for. That was the first sense of responsibility that you shown, and the universe rewards us for our responsibility when we take accountability for our mental state, for our mental consciousness, and for our emotional state, and start putting in the work to really manifest or take a hold and heal the things that we need to, and then be in turn in a place to manifest the things that are meant to come into our life. Because the people who walk around and not responsible and really don't care, and unconscious people who are just walking around life as if they have no control over how they feel and think and operate, are the ones who are always going to complain about the things that are being dealt to them when life doesn't go their way, when they're not feeling good. Because it is all our responsibility to really take a hold of the things that we can. Once you know, you do better. And I understand that there's a lot of people who don't know better, and who, I mean this in the most humble sense of the word, ignorant to the things that they don't know. But you do know how you feel. You do know what you're thinking. You do know what you want and don't have. So therefore, you should eventually start analyzing your life more to be like, well, how can I get these things? How can I feel better? How can I be in the success that I want to be in my life? And that's how you take a hold of it. Is really understanding that it's your responsibility to know yourself, know your situation, and figure out a way to get out of it. And you got to start somewhere. So it's about small steps, baby steps. But once you get there, rest assured that the universe will come behind you and really pick up where you fail, and pick up where you're not as confident and a little weak in, because it sees your worth, it sees your growth, it sees your effort, and it will definitely complement that in the best way. All right, Aquarius. So overall, this is a really positive read, and like I said, it's you taking the responsibility under your own hands to really guide your life in the right direction. So good job, and stay on that path. All right. So follow me on Instagram and Facebook at HumanBeingSoulForever. And with nothing more to say, I love you, and I'll talk to you later.
Aquarius, Pisces, Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, Leo, Virgo, Libra, Scorpio, Sagittarius. I love all y'all. Capricorn, Aquarius, Pisces, Aries, Taurus, Gemini,